go. Is St. just here?
Is what, sorry?
Okay, I'll just assume he's here.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Okay, my screen is working. Very nice. So, welcome to the fifth Newcomer tournament, Group C, the third game. We have Mr. X, I'll just KK Coder, Valandra, and St. Just. Here with me, we have Morgan.
Hello.
So, what do you think about the map?
It looks pretty generous. It's not... Well, there's plenty of good spots, really, for whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
The electronics starts a little bit high, so maybe not too many nomads. I'm not sure.
Maybe an expensive right in the middle.
Yeah, take the 2 god tiles.
Yeah.
That'd be quite nice.
Any scavengers?
Steel's cheap enough.
You can do scavengers to the southwest, if you so wish. More...
Yeah, you could.
Someone took the scavengers. And
Yeah.
but it's scientific there. I would say expensive would be a better choice. Scientific, you don't have water access, get the kind of defeat the purpose of it. Also defeat the purpose of God Towns, because you can't mine the aluminum with it. And Mr. X to the northwest.
Yeah, he's kind of placed it badly there. If he'd have moved his HQ over a little bit, he'd have more ice to play with. Now he's kind of cut himself off from the ice.
You really want the ice, because
it's going to be difficult. He's got a long ship for aluminium as well. That's going to be a pain if aluminium's expensive. So a little bit better placement, and I would like that claim quite a lot. As it is, it's a little bit ruined for me.
Okay, but Mr. X is the first to HQ2, thanks to the late start money. And he's going into a aluminum. Yes, a moderate distance. Not too good, but it's alright. Still not like across the map, so it's acceptable.
Yeah, Thylandris has moved into one bit of power, some silicon and some carbon, and he's bought a claim and grabbed some aluminium, which is just too many basic resources. He needs to really go for steel.
Yeah.
So, not the best start there.
I think he did that in the last game too. He went for power, and then in the last game he got 1 power, and then 1 iron and 1 steel. Not the best start.
Yeah.
Really focus on your basic resources.
Gavin, yeah, looking at St. Just as well, he's gone for water, 1 farm, 1 reactor, which really it needed to be 2 farms.
Yeah. So you either go to 2 farms or 2 reactors.
2 farms, I'd say, slightly better.
Well, with the dust storm coming, well, you can't see that, but...
With the dust storm coming, the reactor's definitely the better one.
Yeah.
But again, look at those cheap claims. 3 grand claim that somebody can pick up.
Grab another claim to get some water, then you will be why are you mule when you can get a claim? Mind-boggling.
Yeah. I suppose a mule somewhat useful.
A hologram. An HQ2 pattern lab. That's brave.
Hey, that's a little bit too early, isn't it? But chems are cheap, so
chems are cheap. It might work out.
If it's superconductor, then I can't complain too much. If he can move into some kind of power.
Yeah, wind power would be very nice.
Well, there's geothermal just next to his base, and steel's reasonably cheap.
Oh, I guess that too.
So maybe patent lab and geothermal, that'd be quite good. Get the other mule running on some aluminium. Or carbon. Don't think he needs carbon.
I think he'll go into windmills because he went for carbon, right? He's milling some carbons.
Yeah, as long as superconductor, I
18,000
can support.
for a geothermal. It's alright.
But HQ2, it's still too early in my book. But Suggest is doing quite well with his splits. Both switched off, but he is HQ level 3. Chrono as well. It's a little bit too much aluminium for my liking, but he's going to have some reactors. But he is going to be vulnerable to pirates.
Yep. Philandra went for a very atypical adjacency bonus. You got power bonus for reactor, a water bonus for your reactor. But you know, both the water and the wind turbine doesn't get any bonus.
Yeah, it's efficient, but it's not really cutting the mustard. You're not bringing enough in.
Yeah. So instead of where he find, you know, he could find like either right where the water is or near the triangle of iron. Probably I would find right near the water, then you have access to aluminum, water, some low iron, not fast, but it's still alright, or medium iron. So if he just find right where the high water is, he would have done so much better.
Landris close to his upgrade to HQ level 3. Needs another 5 grand to do it, which he definitely needs to be building some steel with HQ3, I think. Chrono.
A nice move by Just. He has a geothermal, and he stole a wind turbine.
See, he's doing reasonably well in the corner there and as a scavenger, if he can get some more farms up.
He kept the water price down for his reactors. Very nice. Got a nice carbon income.
Yeah, he should do okay.
Yep. Let's check out on Mr. X.
He's not using his pattern lab, is he? It was
Yeah,
an
he just
expensive
got a
pattern.
teleportation, and then that's the end of it.
Superconductor really was, I think, what he wanted, but teleportation will do him well because he does have to go out to this ice away from his base.
Yeah, the superconductor would be very nice right now. Just buy another crane, connect your geothermal plant. Cool
It would
future.
be.
So how much do you pay for it?
That would be on my priority list at the moment. I mean, the price of water could. Well, 2 scientists, the water's not going to be out of control, I wouldn't have thought. But possibly a good pickup. Certainly for the moment, for the short term, it's going to be.
It's pretty nice. 20,000 is probably as high as I would go. As a scientist, if you keep the water price upright, it will force Philandra and St. Just out of the life support market. Just not like as long as water stay around 60, right? It will just make the life support market more open.
Yeah, Chrono's problem, he needs to buy a claim. Look at those cheap claims there, he's got the money.
Cheap crane, cheap school, cheap EMP.
Not enough black market use at all.
Yeah. So we have the scientist up at HQ4. Some pirate would be very nice. It's a bit tough to pirate, you know, just food because there's reactor stuff going into, so. But maybe a pirate would be pretty nice.
Yeah, pirates would be good. But a cheap claim is even better, I would think.
Yep.
Got to be a priority, hasn't it? Whenever there's claims on the market, you need to be buying them constantly.
Yeah. I mean, I remember if I if I just slow down on buying cranes against like better players, I might even miss out on the cheap crane. Like, the first crane I buy would be like 10k because I miss out all the cheap cranes. They are very crucial.
That's it. Because you can turn that claim into something that makes money. The earlier the better. Who picked that claim up there? I'm gonna give him a pat on the back, whoever it was. Oh, his reactors there struggling slightly for St. Just. He's got some good food going on. One's mutinied though. He's going to move into an optimization center and get another food, hopefully.
Yeah. Optimization center is pretty nice. With chem being that cheap. Yeah.
Oh, definitely get a couple of quick optimizations in food.
Yeah.
And he's going to be looking pretty tidy.
Actually, Like instead of a geothermal plant, I think he would be having a better serve with 2 windmills, like right next to his base. There's a little clip, and then he can get superconductor and then switch them on and off. Just more flexibility that way.
That would be a good move for him, definitely. Yeah, couple of turbines there. So he's quite nicely placed. What's he going to do? He's debating. Should have these optimizations queued up already, really. Energy vaults. That's got to be worth maybe 10 or 12.
10 or 12. Not a very valuable pattern, but 6,000 is definitely too cheap.
That was very nice.
Very nice.
That's going to give him
and
one extra power.
Yeah, and I like how Flanders went into grass claims. No one's in the grass market. Well, not yet. And
he hasn't got a lot of options, has he? He's just got the silicon here by his base and the glass.
But it's a good market. It's a Chinese economy, so
yeah,
price of glass will stay high.
He's gonna have to. I suppose he's nearly got enough to upgrade. He sells all his glass down, but definitely lagging behind for not building some steel close to his base.
Interestingly, Mr. X is going for a pressure dome. With this lineup of factions, like 2 scientists, 1 robot, and 1 scavenger, you're not really earning all that much from a pressure dome.
No, it's not going to make a huge amount of money. It's barely breaking even.
Oh, on the bright side though, you can maybe sneak a Offworld in there later on.
You could with a hologram, stick a hologram on it.
Exactly. People won't expect that. That's probably a pressure dome. It's actually Offworld. And Offworld looking at 40k. A very good bargain.
That's not that pleasure dome's not doing too badly. He must have picked up virtual reality.
Oh,
yes.
249. That's pretty good.
Yes, with virtual reality though.
Yeah.
Mr. X does seem to make a good use of the patent lab.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. He's got borehole, virtual reality, slant, and teleportation. Not sure he needed slant, but
He
maybe
should get like carbon scrubbing. Like slant drain doesn't work on ice, so really
carbon.
Maybe perhaps he's thinking about going into silicon market maybe. Then the slant drain will do him some good.
Well, he needed slant, didn't he? Yeah, he's drilled off with silicon to make glass. So
he just did a double mutiny on glass claims, on Flanders glass claim. I don't think that's a very good attack. Because you have to ship all the oxygen and silicon all the way there before they start working.
Yeah, it's good for denying it.
It's good for denying it, but if you just want to deny, right, you can just go for a 3k EMP.
It would be a cheaper and easier option.
Yeah.
I don't know, it should make money on it though, but just like you say, it's a long way round.
Wow, that was 7k a high iron. Where's iron?
Wow. Iron's alright, $65 to mine on that.
And it's close to him. That's pretty nice. A nice pickup. And he can actually move into steel market later on.
That feels quite slow, this game, doesn't it?
Yeah. Wow, St. Just is doing very well with this. Wow, that's brave. That's just brave. Upgrading when someone has 1 staff into you, and there's a yellow warning sign on your.
Yeah, Mr. X could take him if he wanted, I think.
Yeah. I mean, why shouldn't he?
Well, Mr. X is definitely in a good position to get aggressive. He's got the money. He's pretty well set up there. He's not really vulnerable, even if a couple of EMPs come down. There was one. It's not going to make a huge. If he sold everything now, he could pretty much snap up.
Yeah,
just.
Wow, Kronos going to another person, not defending himself. That's just bossy.
Yeah, he's poking people. I don't know why. He just...
I don't like it, man. If I were a KD coder, I would just buy into him, and then I can get my stuff back.
Yeah, I'm really surprised, Mr. X. Look, he's got 160k. Why is he not spending some of that?
He could get an offer with that money. Wow, offer got extensively.
He could buy a 10k claim, couldn't he, to go with the 2 claims he's sitting on? He doesn't need to sit on those claims. He needs to do something with them.
Yeah.
3 claims because he should be buying one for 10k, or he should be buying some Just Outs. So Just was very lucky.
The right choice. Buy some Just Out. I think the window's closing for him though.
Yeah, a moment's passed. Let's have a look at Offworld's. Oh, Oxygen's looking like a nice launch.
Yeah,
as
so just to really build like 2 Offworlds right now. 64k, you got carbon income. That's the best choice to make. That's the best use he could use for his money. But instead, he's going for a hacker array. What's he gonna hack?
I don't. Well, you could hack carbon perhaps, but
carbon.
Nothing else really. This just screams at me. There's holograms. Get a couple of Offworld markets up.
Yeah, you can actually like put a optimization center and pretend it's the optimization center, but it's actually Offworld at 20% boost. That's pretty nice.
Definitely. I mean, nobody's bought any spies at all, so
yeah. Just buy up spy and spy out extra ones, and then they can't see your holograms, but you can see theirs.
I mean, Water's a great launch. O2's a great launch. Even Fuel's a great launch.
Yeah, Fuel would be a very nice launch. And then optimize some oxygen, then you're in a very good shape.
Yeah, I like
Mr. X went into Offworld.
I like how Mr. X has got his bits and pieces arranged. He's building that on top of these geothermal or old geothermal plants. That's fantastic. If he could disguise that as a geothermal plant, that'd be even better.
But I personally don't like to build right off the geothermal because people tend to have spies on them. Not this case, but if you're against other better players, they do have spies on geothermal quite often, and they will know, hey, there's an Offworld there.
Yeah, Mr. X is definitely in a commander lead here with 300k in the bank.
Yeah, he can just buy someone out, I think.
Pretty much, if he wanted to make a move on Chronox, anybody. You might struggle for Thylandras, who
he's got so much grass though. Is anyone else using grass?
He needs to sell that glass down because that's not the true price of glass.
Yeah, he's hacking. He's hacking grass though. Interestingly, I'm not sure why.
He doesn't really need to, I don't think. I don't know. I definitely. I think 2 Offworlds. I think would be the way to go. They're quite expensive for him though. 110k to put the next one up.
Going to an out Offworld or buying out someone, like either one way or the other would be nice. Like himself, like sitting on just grass and trying to get hack him.
Yeah,
Offworld would be more effective.
Yes, definitely. You've got to make the decision early, haven't you? Are you going to go for the hacker array? Are you going to go into optimizations heavily, or build Offworlds? And this particular game, I think, was Offworld game.
Sin just got his Offworld up. Where did he do
Excellent.
Where did he do his Offworld? Oh, so he's doing just north of his base.
So there's no hologram and no goon squad on his Offworld, which I think's a mistake.
Yeah, 4 from 5k holograms, just grab it. It will be useful sometime.
Yeah, just put it on your Offworld so nobody sees it. Carbon scrubbing hasn't been a valuable patent this game, I don't think.
But what else is grabbing carbon? Oh, Vandra is grabbing carbon. KK Cooler is grabbing carbon. Yeah, there's overproduction in carbon. Doesn't mean that, you know, the price of look at chem price and carbon price and feed price, then you see fuel is like making solid profit of that 300.
Landris's best tile is that Iron Mine he got for 6,000. That's his best tile, 226 bucks a second. Mr. X get threatened by Chronox. Not sure why. Chronox. I'm really surprised we haven't seen more pirates down. That would have been pretty good. He'd pick up a lot of nice bits.
Yeah. Oh, 14k cream. I think I'll grab that one first. and then do some pirates.
Claims are cheap as well, aren't they? Still.
I'm surprised that no one's contesting the chemical price. Chemicals making like pure profit right now. And no
Yeah,
one is.
fuel is definitely somebody needs to move into chemicals.
Yeah.
It's just O2, I think, because it's the launch, which, players could be launching water for much the same profit.
Actually, launching fuel would be nice too. Water is usually nice to have a stockpile, but fuel, they tend to, there's overproduction in fuel usually. Because people need oxygen, but they can't really make oxygen directly, so fuel is just the unfortunate byproduct.
Yeah, Mr. X rotating his glass out. Hopefully that's going to be into labs. Because labs are just ridiculous at the moment.
So Mr. X can buy St. Just and Philandra if he wish. And he can buy KT Colas Jr.
Yeah, I think he's been ahead for most of the game.
Yeah. And network files on here is like, it does nothing. They don't take any inputs, and it can't be any, it's not hologram for an Offworld because it's not connected to the base. So this network files really accomplish nothing.
He could pretty much, Mr. X could just shift by really anybody he wants.
Yeah. Just have to sell it off the can. The 800 chemicals he has.
He's got a massive stockpile there, hasn't he?
He's got a stockpile on everything, almost.
Well, it's a good thing nobody else has moved into chems, because when he sells those down, chems is going to be pretty much worthless.
Yeah. Wow, 213 chems.
Oh, he's moved into electronics factories.
Someone is secondary. And that someone is Mr. X.
Well, I don't know why Mr. X isn't buying people. He definitely needs to buy Chronox.
Yeah, Chronox.
Just to get this stock back. He needs. If he can get his stock back and then buy up the scientist as well, he's going to be in a nice position, because that's going to be a great subsidiary.
Yep.
And then he can easily compete. Although, if Thyladras and St. Just gang up against him, it could be a different story.
But I don't know. I don't think they have much of a chance now.
No.
St. Just to build an Offworld because it's only 74k for him to build, and every launch is 50k. So in two launches, he will make more than enough to cover it.
Yeah, he still hasn't goon squadded or hologrammed it, has he? And now Mr. X has just put a spy on it, so I can imagine there's going to be a mutiny coming down. There it is.
And he got nothing to defend it. Oh, he can return it back, I suppose.
He could take it back for 30k. He should take it back for 30k. But should have just hologrammed it, because that would have been a little bit harder.
Yeah, Philandra learned the lesson. He hologrammed both his Offworld.
He's coming along quite nicely there, isn't he?
Yeah.
He hasn't really got a huge amount of money at the moment.
But they fell into the same trap as like the third and fourth players shouldn't fight each other. They should work together to become first player. Now they're in a fight, and there's no coming back to them.
Yeah, Thyladras needs to learn to build iron and steel.
Yep.
He's definitely underbuilding for robots.
And he also needs to keep his crane close to him, right?
Yeah, that's it. He's rather constricted at the moment, but definitely, yeah, these remote claims are not what you want. Extra claim, 25k. Well, you could buy one from the black market, 14k.
Oh, 25k goes to that, right? So.
But end of the game, well, we sold 9 and 20k claims. Shocking. So really, we're just waiting for Mr. X to clean it up. He's got 500k, so
you can buy anyone you wish. Probably St. Just, because he knows the Offworld.
He needs a 700 and he needs nearly 800k to take St. Just, and he needs 850 to take Ladras. So he's a little way off just at the moment, but I can't really see anybody competing against him.
No.
Prepare for pending market adjustments.
And he's hacking electronics, second page.
Launch affirmative. What a payout.
Yeah, St. Just is quite heavily into the life support resources, but his food's not making much money. Doing alright with his reactors because of oxygen, but it's a big blob there as well, so that's pretty vulnerable to EMPs and what have you.
Network
Ladras,
price
well,
would be pretty nice too. Keep the world price up. Food
yeah,
doesn't work that much.
a network virus would be pretty devastating. Turn those back on.
Well, Mr. X has to buy on St. Just. You just have to realize it.
Can
I think
snap him up
he's
there,
too
couldn't he?
busy playing with prices than playing with the market than playing the game.
And I think Mr. X is doing the sensible choice because Ladras owns half of St. Just. If he just buys Ladras, then he owns half of St. Just, so
Very true.
pretty efficient clean up there, I think.
And then he find the Offworld of Philandria.
There we go, he's going to need about 550 to buy out St. Just.
You just have to sell out 2 stocks, and then he should be like very close to it.
Yeah, he should be pretty much done.
The engineers have advanced our production.
Well, that's a good game for Mr. X.
Make room for the profits.
Early on, could have got a little bit more aggressive, I think, early on. That would have sped things along a little bit.
St. Just also had a pretty decent chance too. If he had moved into an Offworld, another Offworld, and hologram his Offworlds, then he will have a better chance at winning.
Yeah, I mean, Scavenger again, isn't it? You've got to have an end game plan for the Scavenger.
And one nice thing about Scavengers and Nomad, right? You use carbon and silicon to build the Offworld. So sometimes, it's possible that you can get into Offworld while the other steel user cannot because the steel price is just way too high for them to be Offworld.
Yeah, you've got to rush, I think, Offworlds with Scavengers. It's the only way, really, unless you get an early buyout, because then you're struggling then end game because you lack of claims.
So Mr. X have to buy. You just have to sell out everything and cancel the launch, cancel the research.
He's just gonna let this launch finish up and away he goes. Second win of the tournament, I think, Mr. X.
Okay.
Excellent. Well done.
Let's see who got most of the claims. That market. So
Mr. X and Ladras.
Yeah. Ladras. Very nice. But they should really focus on buying the equipment a lot earlier. They're so cheap and they make you a lot of money.
Yes, definitely. I think we've seen underuse of the black market by everybody so far in this tournament.
Yeah, and pirates right here. Get some food, get some oxygen. Really, really nice. And I don't like the overcommitment by Pronox on 2 aluminum. I know aluminum is important to upgrades, but unless you're expensive or the aluminum clouds are connected to you, right? Going for 2 aluminum is just waste of claims. Okay. Well, that's it. I'm done for today. Thanks Morgan for streaming with me, and everyone for playing the games.
No problem. Thanks, Xmas.
Thank you. I'll see you guys.
I'll catch you later.